Henry, it's a pleasure to see you.
Good to be here, Paula.
When we start, I'd like to first have you tell a little bit of a story, if you would, about growing up and helping stock your father's little store, and probably at some point in time realize that that was not your future. There was another path ahead of you, and how you happened to get on that path.
Sure. Well, I grew up in Los Angeles, West Hollywood. And my parents actually owned a liquor store in East Los Angeles, and I would go in on weekends and help my parents out, stock the shelves and run the cash register and help with the books, whatever they needed. So I guess that was my first exposure to entrepreneurialism at a little store. But when I was in the 7th grade, I was walking in at some electronics shop and saw a bunch of kits about building various electronics projects. And I got excited about one of them as a radio. So I went to my teacher at school. I was in an electric shop class. And I asked the teacher if I could take that radio kit and build it as a class project. And this was 7th grade in junior high school. And initially, teacher said, no, it's way too complicated for a 7th grader. You'll never finish it. It'll never work. But I kept pushing him. Finally, he relented and said, okay, go ahead, do it. So I bought the radio kit and literally spent every day of the semester at my home in the living room, rolling on the living room carpet with the schematics all out there and the instructions, solder wire A to point B and so forth for the entire semester. And a project was done as 5 vacuum tubes in a radio about this big, brought it into class, plugged it in, and sound came out of it. And I was so amazed by that, I decided that was going to be my career, to become an electrical engineer so I could figure out how that radio worked, because I obviously had no clue at the time in the 7th grade. So that's when I knew I was going to become an electrical engineer, is a 7th grade hands-on science project, which is something we're promoting so much for today.
Well, and that led you ultimately to UCLA, where you were the first graduate of the engineering program to actually be brought onto the faculty, at least as legend has it. And maybe you could tell us a little bit about the path between the insight of that project, that gray mark 50 something or other.
506B.
There you go. The insight and getting yourself to college. I mean, what were the things you would tell young people that they need to think about when they have that aha moment at a young age? And maybe not with a lot of support at home. I suspect your parents were so busy working and everything else. You were just kind of...
No, that was entirely self-motivated. And often kids need to do that. They need to, on their own, pursue various things, try out projects, read a lot, and hopefully you find something that you get attracted to and want to pursue further, and then dive in and learn as much as you can.
Were there mentors along the way?
Well, my electric shop teacher was probably the one who pushed me the hardest. Once he saw that radio work, he was amazed himself. He said, Henry, you better pursue that as a career because you're going to do something great as an engineer.